Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and many other configurations. After several months, we have returned. Welcome back to the Great Pyramid of Opinions. Roll the brand new intro. Now, before we get on with the show, I should warn you to any new viewers that this show covers one of the most disturbing things you'll ever experience on the internet. Opinions. Yep, I know. Which is why I don't cover this show that much on this channel, because remember when the last time I made a tier list video, it was on Nickelodeon's tier list, and it happened. So, I just want to remind you that this is my video, my opinion! Enough gag. Today's tier list is going to be on the long-awaited Cartoon Network theme songs tier list. Now, there are some rules we have to cover, one of which is quite controversial, which is popular shows may not be on the tier list depending if I watched it or not. So, let's just say if Adventure Time, the most popular show on Cartoon Network, I haven't watched it, that means that won't be on the tier list because these theme songs will be based on my own opinion and not public opinion. My experiences. So, that is what the tier list is going to be all about. So you can have the most popular show, and if the theme song sucked, in my opinion, that will be on the F tier. It is called the Great Pyramid of Opinions for a reason, because it's my opinion, not yours, not the public, it's my opinion. So, don't go in the comments saying that I have bad taste, or the public thinks that it's a good theme song, because it is my opinion! Anyways, let's go on with the tier list. Now, the first show we're going to focus on is what I believe one of the very first shows I've ever watched on Cartoon Network. It is called Camp Laszlo.
There worked a scout who made a friend, and Laszlo was his name. Oh, L-A-Z-L-O.
L-A-Z-L-O.
L-A-Z-L-O. And Laszlo was his name.
I should mention that at this time period, I was a baby. I had a thing for Noggin, specifically Musa and Z, so I never really cared for Cartoon Network, as a matter of fact, I hated it. But looking at Cartoon Network back then, nowadays, I think I missed out on a lot. But, because of my baby experiences, we're going to put this at a C tier, because I do remember liking Camp Laszlo a bit when I was a baby, but, again, I never really cared for Cartoon Network at that time. So, because of my past experiences, I'm putting this at a C tier. The next theme song we're going to look at is one of the worst I've ever heard. This is Johnny Test.
Had a fiery hair and a turbocharged backpack. The genius sisters use him like a lab rat. The neat freak dad at home, a super busy mom.
Let me reiterate things. It's not one of the worst theme songs I've ever heard. It's just extremely annoying. I've heard worse after some thinking. But this is still kind of bad. Not just the theme song itself. I really have a vendetta against Johnny Test. I don't know what it is, but the show has something that I do not like, and I'm not along with that. So because of this, I'm going to put this at an E tier. Something about this show really rubs me the wrong way, and I am not along with that at all. But to lighten things up a bit, we're going to look at a theme song that I really, really like. And it's on a show that I also really like, and in my opinion, it's the best show I've watched on Cartoon Network. We're going to look at Total Drama.
I wanna be famous. I wanna live close to the sun. Oh, pack your bags, cause I've already won. Everything to prove, nothing in my way.
I wanna be famous.
You know you have bad taste when you think Total Drama is the best show on Cartoon Network, period. Because that's what I think. This was the best one. I mean, yeah, after the 2 seasons, the show got kind of shitty. And yes, there are other great shows like Regular Show. But I find myself going back to Total Drama the most out of all these shows. And that says a lot considering that a lot of people fucking love Regular Show. Needless to say, I am putting Total Drama at an A tier. Fucking love that show. Next up, we got Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I like it. I mean, as a kid, I didn't really get into the show, but hell yes for the theme song. I am legit feeling an S tier. It's really infectious. Next up, we have Chowder.
You take the moon and you take the sun.
You take everything that seems like fun. You start 'em up and then you're done.
You take the moon and she took the kids!
I'll be honest for a second. As a kid, and even now, I don't really like the show. The theme song, it's alright. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. So I'm going to be putting this at a C tier. Because as much as it's big, as much as everyone loves it, it's not what I call my favorite out there. It is not something that I write home about.
And I know it's your opinion, but your opinion's wrong.
Up next, we have The Amazing World of Gumball. They said it was a very quick intro, and my god, they fucking meant it. Fellas, I think we found it. I think this is a definitive blueprint of what a TV theme song should be. Short, straight to the point, but also infectious. And that's what this theme song perfected. And for that, I'm going to be putting this at an A tier. It is really good, very short, and I like that. Very simplistic. Yeah, that's all good, but what do you think about the show itself? It's alright. The next show we're gonna look at is, well, regular show. What do you mean that's it? Well, damn. Okay, I may contradict myself right here because I know I said straight to the point intros are good, but this may be a bit too short. So because of that, I'm going to be putting this at no tier whatsoever. It just exists. Let's move on to the next show now. Teen Titans.
When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans. From the tower, they can see it all. Teen Titans. When the sea goes.
Even though I didn't get to watch Teen Titans as much when I was little, because once again, I was addicted to Noggin, this theme song is really good, very catchy, and something I would unironically listen to if it was on Spotify. So, I'm going to be putting this at an S tier. I really like this. The next show is, Teen Titans Go. Enough! I don't care anymore. I don't care if the still show improved. I don't care if y'all think it ain't the worst show on Cartoon Network. This is the worst show I've ever watched, period. I don't care. Oh, the movie saved the show. Shut the fuck up. This is the worst show I have ever fucking watched, period. I'm putting this at an F tier. I wish there was an F minus here so I could put that there because this is the worst show in existence, period. We're almost done. Next up is Ed, Edd, and Eddy. Like other Cartoon Network shows, I don't remember watching this one as much when I was little, but the theme song is actually not bad at all. I thought this was gonna be horrible, but watching it again, I was surprised. This is a perfectly adequate theme song. I'm going to be putting this at a B tier. It's not godly, but it is far from horrible. It is a perfectly fine theme song. Next up, we have Codename Kids Next Door. Once again, I did not watch this show as much. I've realized a lot of shows on Cartoon Network I barely watched, but this one's actually not bad. I'm going to put this at a B tier right next to Ed, Edd and Eddy. It's not bad, but it's not godly. It's a perfectly adequate intro. Up next is 16. Now before you say anything, 16 was on Cartoon Network for a good while, so it counts.
Life begins after school. That's when we bend all the rules. Time to hang with all my friends. We like to be together in a place where we belong. I'm 16, starting to find my way. Got a new job, gonna start at the mall today. Thank God I'm on my own for the first time.
This has to be one of the best theme songs I've ever listened to on Cartoon Network, period. Like total drama. And not only that, I listen to this theme song religiously, and it has a lot of sentimental value for me. I really, really adore this theme song. I'm going to put this on an S tier, nevertheless. Like I say in previous tier lists, I wish there was an S plus so I could put that up there. Because holy shit, this is amazing. The next theme song we're going to look at is Courage the Cowardly Dog.
We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
I definitely remember not being allowed to watch the show because I was little. I was the youngest of the family. Now, let me just say... Focus Corner! What? What's that? Uh-huh. I see. Ah. Yeah, I'm retarded. Thanks for informing me. Alright, I've just been informed this isn't really a theme song, it's more equivalent of an intro. So for that, this is ineligible for the tier list. This will not be featured. The next show we're going to look at is What's New Scooby-Doo then? I remember watching What's New Scooby-Doo a lot and loving the intro. And even to this day, I really like it. I'm going to be putting this at an A tier for its catchiness. The chorus is very infectious. And with that, we have completed our Cartoon Network tier list. This tier list is the most controversial tier list, I predict, because a lot of these picks were, the way I tiered them were very questionable. So, I'm going to end this off of a good note. Again, this was my video and my opinions. Thank you guys for watching, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.